There's a special feeling that can come about when playing through a video game for the first time. It's a magical one that can't be replicated during a second playthrough. It can be a feeling of happiness, surprise, or even a sense of despair, leaving you with existential dread and fear of loss for the rest of eternity. Anyway, whatever core memory you've had during your first playthrough, it's one that many people wish they could have again. Even the painful ones. Dang masochists. This can happen with just about any game, but there are some games in particular that have hit a little bit differently compared to others. These are those games. Undertale is the most interesting game in the bunch I picked out, in the way that there is no single moment I want to talk about. Rather, it's the whole game that I want to discuss. You get to decide what story you want from Undertale. Do you want a pleasant and peaceful one that has deep lore implications, or do you want to kill everyone that you love? I don't know, it's a bit of a hard choice. I ended up doing both because I hate myself. Both the pacifist and genocide routes left huge impacts on me during my first playthrough. The music, the crazy lore, the stupid gags, even this little guy. It all just combined to make a memorable first playthrough that subverted my expectations at every turn. I've played Undertale multiple times, and even though I know everything that happens, I still feel joy when playing the game. It's fantastic. It's just a different kind of joy compared to my first playthrough. It's more of a nostalgic kind of joy rather than surprise. If you haven't played Undertale yet, then I suggest going into it as blind as possible. Trust me, it is very much worth your time. Now let's talk about a game that sent the world into a storm, The Last of Us. This game seriously blew up. It was one of the first games I ever saw basically go mainstream. I think that the biggest reason for this is because of its story, specifically with its shocking first impression. The beginning of the game follows Joel, his daughter Sarah, and his brother Tommy. You play as Sarah, but then switch to Joel when you all get into a car accident. Seeing everyone infected by some type of disease, you try to get out of the city as fast as possible. The whole beginning is an adrenaline rush, but because it's so early on, no one expects there to be a big moment. At the end of the prologue, Joel and his daughter are spotted by a soldier. The soldier is ordered to shoot them, which he does. He then tries to finish them off, but Tommy comes out of nowhere and wallbangs him. Let's freaking go, Tommy! Unfortunately, Sarah did receive a fatal shot and she proceeds to pass away in Joel's arms. Aside from the jokes, this scene is powerful. At the time, I don't believe there were many other games bold enough to make a move like this so early on into the game. The first 20 minutes set an example for what the rest of the game is supposed to be like. It made the player fear for what else would happen. Although this scene is still very sad, if you've already experienced the story, then it's likely you won't feel the same way a second or third time through. With that being said, this prologue is crucial in setting the first impression, and it is always interesting to see everyone's first reactions to it. Ori is one of the most beautiful series I've ever laid my eyes on. The colors, the visual style, the music, all of it is gorgeous. This game in its entirety is eye candy. The visuals are not the only good thing about it though. Although short-lived, Ori's escape sequences are some of the most fantastic parts of it, my favorite being the escape from the Ginzo tree. The adrenaline rush I felt when I played it for the first time was insane. I don't know what possessed me at the time, but my mind felt like I had reached nirvana. The smoothness of the gameplay combined with the music and visuals just kept me going and going. You guys know that SpongeBob meme? The one where he's floating and looks like he's gonna combust? Yeah, that was me. I felt like I had ascended into a different plane of existence during that time. I ended up doing the escape in one go, which is something I couldn't do for the rest of the game. Even trying again for this video, I did it on my first try, but I struggled a lot compared to the first time. My first escape was just an incredible experience that I still intensely remember, and it's one that I think many other people remember as well. So I'm gonna cheat a little bit with this one. I'm going to include the Danganronpa trilogy rather than just one game. I hold this series incredibly close to my heart. I love everything about it. The characters, the addicting trials, the music. Gosh, the music is so good. This series is filled with so many twists and turns, but the downside with that is that if you're gonna play it again, you're already gonna see the twist coming. Because of this, many people, including myself, look for playthroughs and reactions to big moments, just to get a glimpse at the same feelings that we felt when playing. There are so many amazing moments, but I'm going to talk briefly about one specific moment that just blew me away. It's from Danganronpa 2, so if you want to stay away from spoilers, then skip to this time right here. Spoilers coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Alright, let's quickly talk about Nagito's death and investigation. Before finding his body, there was a sense of suspense. I figured it would be his body that we'd find because of context clues, but I was still very nervous. The sight of his dead body was brutal. The reactions from the characters were shocking, but the moment where it all clicked was when the investigation started with its incredible music. This was just one of many outstanding moments in the series, but I don't want to delve into other spoilers, so let's go away from this human shish kebab and get into the final game. Of course, I have to mention one of the most impactful games of all time, The Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild. This game was a drastic change compared to previous entries. It gave a new life into the open world genre. It's the Switch's highest rated game and one of the highest rated games in general. The open world is beautiful and it just has a certain charm that hasn't been replicated since. From beginning to end, this game is just filled with a sense of wonder. When you escape the Shrine of Resurrection and see the entire land of Hyrule in front of you, when you get heartwarming memories, even when you get your first Korok seeds, there is always a sense of discovery in this game. Even so, this sense of joy isn't eternal. There's always a spark when you're exploring the world, but there are obvious aspects that you get used to. Like, take a look at Korok seeds. They're fun at first, but after the 100th yahaha, I just want to reach my hand into the TV and chuck those little things all across of. Sorry about that. Whatever your opinion is of Breath of the Wild, I think that this game is the perfect example to show the value of a first playthrough. Every game that I talked about has shown me the importance of a first playthrough. It really can be a magical experience. Make no mistake, even though I put an emphasis on a first playthrough, you can still play these games multiple times and have fun with them. I know I talked about the downsides of each game, but I still have fun with every single one of them, and I love them just as much as when I played them the first time. Before signing off, I want to give an honorable mention to Hyrule Warriors: Age of Calamity. Specifically the scene where all the champions are interacting, Impa argues with the baby guardian, and Mipha gets flustered when Link sees her. I love the characters and it's a scene that made me emotional in my first playthrough. Video games are a powerful medium, and every game mentioned is excellent, and I'm incredibly happy that I got to go through them. I just wish I could once again experience the feelings they gave me the first time I played them. Hey everyone, Itachi here. Thank you for watching my first video essay on the channel. Sorry for taking so long to come out with this video. I don't have a set schedule as I work and have university classes, and they take up the bulk of my time. I want to continue to make more video essays and retrospects on topics I'm passionate about, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you continue to enjoy my future projects, and I love you guys. See you all next time.